Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and OfferUp.
Good morning everyone. It's 10 o'clock, Saturday morning. I'm here at Goodwill, and my parents are in town from California. I think they're inside already. Let's go thrifting.
I love this Goodwill, but today the music was so loud I couldn't even have my parents say hello. There's my mum. Here's my dad. You just get a wave. I thought I'd found another Pottery Barn leaf first in the door, but it wasn't. It said home on the bottom. Just a mass marketed piece. These were pretty plates, but nothing special. Then I spotted these coffee, bean, and tea leaf saucers. The cups were nowhere in sight, but I thought I'd put them in my cart just in case they were in the mug section. Then I saw these really pretty plates. There was a stack of glass, and I love glass plates, so I went through them. I ended up with this amber depression glass square one. I left that one. Picked up this one with the boat on it, and these bowls. Oh, it was funny. Right here, there was another lady, and she was reaching across me, clearing the bottom shelf of all these teacups. I got this Japan painted plate here, and I put that on my stack. And as we pan back, you'll see that all those cups underneath are already gone. She was just stacking them like crazy in her cart. Look, there's no cups there. I left those because the finish was worn off. I'm just checking through the rest of the stack there. But yes, the lusterware unfortunately was really worn. But look, there's no teacups left. She had them all. I'm not really sure why she left these. They're quite pretty, but they were $9.99 each, and it's a bit too spendy for those. This was a magenta plate, the same company that produces Ray Dunn. So I grabbed that and I put it in my cart to check comps, but it wasn't worth reselling, so that went back. I loved this Pier 1 elephant. He was really sweet, no chips, no cracks, but at $7.99 when I looked him up, there just wasn't enough room for resale, so he stayed on the shelf. I liked this Bacardi Limon pitcher, but it was quite thin glass, and I was very concerned about shipping it. It was actually only $1 because purple was on sale, but I left it there. I liked the pattern of these, but they were modern. This relish dish was very fun. I really liked it, but it was ever so heavy, and I didn't want to deal with the shipping on that. This is the matching lusterware little creamer jug that went with those other saucers, and it also was very worn. I ended up with that blue glass covered dish there. At a second glance, I grabbed that and put it in my cart. It's always worth looking twice on the shelves. It's so overwhelming, so much stuff to look at. You invariably end up missing something if you don't go back and look at least one more time, maybe 2 or 3 more times just to see. And you usually find that they've put other stuff out on the shelves. I like this butter dish. Had it been any other color but clear, I would have grabbed it. These are interesting. Sort of metal covered glass wine glasses. I like them. I put them in my cart. I looked up comps, but they weren't really worth much, and plus they were a bit worn on the top. It looked like someone had them through the dishwasher. I liked this biscuit jar. It was Mikasa, and they wanted $30 for it. Again, a bit spendy for that. It is worth a decent amount, but at $30 with shipping wasn't worth it. This is where I get swept out of the store. She's coming at me. There's people behind me. She's saying, "You're going to have to back up. You're going to have to back up." There's people behind me, but she just kept coming. She wasn't going to give in. She's sweeping. I'm looking back, asking people to back up behind me. Woo! She was just taking her sweeping very seriously here. And I ended up backed into a corner with 3 other people, just wondering what on earth was happening. Rather funny. My mom was laughing at me. Anyway, on with the thrifting. I loved this vase. The purple was stunning, really beautiful. Unfortunately, when I turned it over, not only was it really, really heavy, but it was modern. Quite disappointed because it was just a really attractive piece, really nice lines. Hopefully it got a good home. Up on the shelf here with the glass was a Porsche Gaudin of Las Vegas. Not sure what it was originally meant for. Maybe a candy dish, maybe a planter. Not sure, but Porsche stuff sells really well. It went in the cart and it was only $2. I like this sunflower farm picture, but decided against it. This trivet I loved. It was signed, it was vintage, great subject matter. Animals sell really well. It's a made in Japan vintage sticker. It was $3.99. There's the signature. I grabbed it. It was such a shame that this bunny box wasn't finished. The artwork was really well done. I loved this carved fish. He was really fun, lots of character, but unfortunately he had a big chunk missing off the top of his tail fin. Had I been buying it for myself, it wouldn't have mattered, but it doesn't really go with my style, and for resale, that damage just won't fly. Always take a look at the wooden bowls. Some of the vintage ones can be worth a good profit. These little painted blackbirds were really fun. They had holes in the bottom, and I was wondering whether they were meant to go on a display stand. Anyway, at $3.99, there really wasn't much room for profit. I like this chow sign. And this wooden ice bucket, wine cooler. Unfortunately, it was missing its lid, but it was really fun and unique, and I liked it. I was wondering if these little trays spelled something, but I couldn't figure it out. I liked this little Italian theme cabinet, but the handle was broken. And this pizza guy with his big pizza pan was very heavy. Found the Wicked Witch of the West's feet. Dorothy! Dorothy! My reindeer sign was still there in the Christmas section. Still $2. I liked this vintage Midwest wooden carved ornament. I think he was a pilgrim holding a star. He was half price, so I picked him up. I like this Labrador with the reindeer ears. Be careful if you're buying puzzles at thrift stores. You just never know if they're complete. It's best to only buy them if they're factory sealed. I thought these pumpkins might have been ceramic, but they were plastic. I found Jack Skellington. These little Disney figures do quite well on eBay, so I picked him up. I noticed the vintage cord on this snowman lamp. So I checked him over for damage and put him in my cart. I looked up comps before I left the store, but sadly he wasn't worth reselling, so he got put back on the shelf. I collect Christmas trees, mostly glass, but some ceramic. This salt and pepper shaker set were plastic, but I loved the glitter sparkle in them, so they ended up going home with me. My mum was shopping in the Christmas aisle too. This just goes to show that Christmas sells all year long, so don't be afraid to list it. I caught my dad dancing on the other side, doing the grandpa jig. If you're enjoying the video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Also, tap the bell so you get notified when my next video drops. At the end, I'll be showing you everything I bought at the Goodwill today in a short haul. Stay tuned. Seeing this gold decorative plaque made me want to get an antique booth. It was really detailed and I loved it, but it was so heavy there would be no way I could ship it and make a profit on eBay. So he went back on the shelf. Here's Green with a flower in her mouth. Sadly, she was really chipped, so she went back too. I looked through the glass really carefully because the last time I was here I found two little cylindrical candle holders and they were by Aurifors. I liked this one, but it was very chipped. In the mug section I liked this cat with a tail as a handle, and this crazy cat lady mug had a paw on the bottom of it. I decided to put this in my cart and look it up, but it wasn't worth enough to make it worthwhile selling. This was a Sugar Skull Katrina glass. I decided to put it in my cart to see if I could find more. On its own, it wouldn't be worth selling. You're so stinking cute. I like that. I looked at this cobalt blue glass mug, but it was a casino giveaway. Matthew McConaughey made these big hug mugs. They're famous. They were doing really well on eBay initially, but sales have dropped off a bit. Plus, when I ran my finger around the rim, I felt a chip. There it is. So that stayed. I often get asked how I know which mugs to buy and which to leave when I'm selling them on eBay. It really comes down to looking up sold comps. If a mug is selling through well for a good price, including shipping, I'll buy it. If it's not, I'll leave it. Also, I'm very careful to check mugs over for damage. If there's any chips, cracks, I will leave it. I like this bunny, but he was lightweight and cracked. I really liked the color and the style and the shape of this mug, and it was signed on the bottom. It said Jilly. And a little way further in, my mum finds a really nice ceramic bowl with the same signature. This Starbucks mug was damaged too, a big crack on the top. Starbucks mugs can be very sellable, but you do have to look up this specific design. Wow, if you needed amber glasses, you were in the right shop. These must have come from a restaurant. I looked up these Remy Martin glasses, but they weren't good for resale. There's a second one there. I looked up the Smirnoff glasses and these Miller Beer glasses. It has to be worth the hassle of shipping glass to make it worthwhile selling. Joe's Crab Shack recently closed here in Las Vegas, so I took a second to look those up too. But they just weren't worth enough. These were worth selling. Delirium Tremens beer glasses with pink elephants. They're so fun and a really good seller. There were 4 of them here. So I ever so carefully moved the other glasses out of the way so I could get them into my cart. And then I carefully scanned the shelves just to check that there were only 4 and no more. If I find some really good glasses in a set, I will come back a couple of times before I leave that day, just to make sure that they haven't put out even more that I can grab. Another great thing about these is that they were on purple tag sale, 50% off, so they only cost me 50 cents each. I saw a depression glass vase at the back here with the starburst on the bottom. So I put it back with the vases. Here's where my mum finds that matching bowl to the mug I found. We were entirely independent of each other, so it was so fun that I saw that same signature on the bowl as I had seen on that mug I found earlier. She did end up taking that home with her. Checking the metal aisle for anything interesting. I like the ceramic flowers on the top of this item. I'm not really sure what it was. And I loved I think it's a Roadrunner on this paper towel holder. It was quite heavy and a Bed Bath & Beyond item. Quite a nice simple wine chiller, but it wasn't marked. The same lady who bought all the teacups and saucers earlier had also cleared out the vase shelf. I was wondering if she had a store that needed inventory or maybe an antique booth. But she'd bought so many things. It was amazing. Her cart was just filled to the brim. Checked one more time where I saw the Porsche little vase earlier, just to make sure there wasn't a second one. I loved this duck planter. It was vintage and really nicely done, but unfortunately his tail was all chippy. Bye-bye. This was a stopper. I really liked the color purple, but it didn't have a vase or a decanter to go with it. Going back one more time, just to see if I'd missed anything. There were the shoes. There wasn't much today. I did find these Woolrich slipper shoes, but they were very worn. But Woolrich is generally a good brand. And that was all for this store. My parents and I did stop in at a second Goodwill. It didn't have much, but I'll show you just a few items. Scanning the jewelry counter before I leave. With the jewelry counter, you have to ask if you want to see something, and they'll open the cabinet and show it to you. Here's the second Goodwill we stopped in at. The weather turned a bit dodgy. It looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't. Found 3 things here. Oh, this was a shame. This is a John Perry sculpture. These are quite collectible, but unfortunately this one was missing a dolphin. The dolphin that was there had a really chipped fin, and they wanted $25 for it. Intact, these are very collectible and worth reselling. This is an IKEA artist collaboration water decanter, and I did pick this up. $7.99. Just checking for chips, checking for cracks. Really nice piece of recycled glass. Pick this chicken spoon rest up. Warren Kimball is a really good brand, really desirable and resellable. He does farmyard animals and cats. This was a great pickup. Purple tag, $1 on sale. Here on my table is everything that I brought home from my shopping trip. I found 4 Delirium Tremens tulip-shaped beer glasses. These are on purple tag sale for 50 cents each, so all 4 only cost me $2. I found the Depression glass plate with the ship emblem for $1.49. I love this square plate. Yellow Depression glass with a lace motif. also $1.49. The hand-painted Japanese trinket dish, $1.99. The cobalt blue covered dish was $5. I did check this under a black light, but it didn't glow, and neither did the milk glass bowls. I found this tall coffee mug marked Jilly on the bottom. It was $2.99. The vintage bear trivet was $3.99. The 2 sets of 4 milk glass bowls. I actually just noticed that they have little blue, a blue color around the scallops. They were $3.99 per set. The little plush Jack Skellington was $2.99. The vintage Midwest ornament, purple tag, 50 cents. The glass Porsche candy dish, I believe that was also purple tag, so it was $1. The vintage salt and pepper Christmas tree shakers, $3.99. There were 3 items I picked up that I didn't capture on film. The first is the soapstone hand-carved wax warmer for $3.99. I also found the set of 2 Absolute copper mugs for $5.99. And this bejeweled swordfish trinket box. It's marked work of art on the bottom, and it was $4.99. At the second Goodwill, I found this artist collaboration recycled glass from IKEA. The artist is Aina Buwariverta. Really nice quality, heavy duty swirled recycled glass. And lastly, the Warren Kimball Rooster Spoon Rest, which is really filthy, but I'm sure it will clean up nicely. And that was $1 on purple tag half price sale. Thank you so much for watching. Please take a minute to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!